I bet you the ashtray maintenance is an engine out job on a 355.
Brothers Con Watch Pod. Like, subscribe, yeah. Alright, welcome back everybody, episode 14.
Hello, hello.
And big congratulations to Alex Palou yesterday winning the Indy 500.
Oh, man. He's the Arrow McLaren guy, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, they are on top of the world, McLaren.
Yeah.
And Lando won at Monaco in what was the dumbest race I've ever seen.
Hamilton jumping on the free practice was pretty fun, though.
Yeah. I mean, there was some carnage.
Yeah. I watched.
Did you watch?
I watched qualifying. I didn't watch the actual race.
Well, yeah, that's all you need to watch.
Right.
At Monaco.
Right.
But they did this thing where they made it a mandatory two-stop.
Yeah.
Which. That was quite a leap. Let's see here.
Whoa!
Yeah!
Oh yeah, he sends it.
Ferrari took flight.
The Ferrari went flying. Yeah, so the mandatory two-stop.
Yeah, so they made it a mandatory two-stop, and they had to use, of course, two different tire compounds.
Right.
But what ended up happening was, whichever one of the two cars was not leading would just deliberately slow down and back up the pack behind them.
Yeah, very clever.
So that, and every team did this, so that the lead car could
get as much
take
clear
the stop
air
and not lose track position.
Right.
So the Williams would go out and set the fastest lap like 9 seconds quicker than the lead cars. They were driving so fucking slow. It was stupid, dude.
Did anybody stop lap 1?
Pretty close, I think. I don't recall. There was some safety cars and red flags and stuff. I don't know. I had a lot of beers, and it was just kind of silly. Like it pains me to say it, but Monaco needs to go away.
Yeah, or they need to make the car smaller.
Yeah, but send them out there in F3 cars or something for Monaco weekend.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
See them dancing around in those little things.
Or give them like Fiesta rally cars, WRC cars. Send those around Monaco. That would be a good race.
That'd be awesome.
Two tree guys would not survive the weekend.
All right.
Think of the spectacle.
Have to crane one out of the bay.
Yeah. All right. That's enough Monaco and Indy.
Yeah, let's get to our very brief news segment that we have this week. So when I initially saw this story, I thought we were dealing with like maybe the coolest lad of all time.
Yeah.
Just trying to send this Panamera down a hiking trail.
What was he doing?
He got lost and stuck. It was like an old man, a confused old man. Like he kept thinking like, oh, I'll be able to get out of this, and then eventually, he threw in the towel and called the authorities.
And then a G-Wagon behind him? Or what is that?
I think it's like a side-by-side kind of deal.
Oh, yeah. It's like a Razor.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So he's trying to pull the Panamera out. Dude, how could he get so lost?
I don't know. I mean, at some point before this point, you should probably thrown her in reverse, Terry.
Mango Terry? What in reverse, Terry?
Yeah, before you got that far, I mean, surely.
He looks pretty deep into the woods there.
Is it Joe Biden? Well, I'm trying to find my granddaughter's graduation party.
I got my Corvette stuff back there, pal.
Yeah, my 427 got stuff. Well, I was looking for the Applebee's.
I love that bit in his classified documents deposition where he's like, "You think I would have left those documents somewhere and safe? I keep my Corvette in that garage."
My Corvette's in a locked garage, okay? So it's not like you're sitting out in the street.
So the material was in a locked garage.
Yes, as well as my Corvette.
I haven't seen that.
Oh my god, it's fucking awesome. I'll cut in some clips here.
Oh, poor Joe. He's banged up now, dude.
Yeah, he's in bad shape. Now everyone's like, "You can't criticize that sick old man." It's like, shut up.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Everyone's sins are forgiven the second they get cancer.
The sick old man is the reason we have 4 more years of Donald Trump.
Exactly.
I'm afraid I can't forgive him for that one.
I cannot forgive. I cannot move on. You know, who had that posted? Drive or Jalopnik?
It's on Joe's personal Instagram. Like doing like a TikTok dance. I keep my Corvette out there.
You think I leave the document somewhere unsafe? Oh, that one's great. Where he's like, "I'm here to check out all these beautiful EVs that were produced right here in Detroit," and they go straight to the Z06, fires it right up.
Maybe.
See, in the meantime, my Corvette was working on because I had to do that show with Jay Leno. Jay Leno didn't have to, wanted to do that show with Jay Leno. This is and there was a kid who used to help me take care of my Corvette. Didn't work for me, and I can get you his name. He pulled in and out of there, work on the carburetor, you know, whatever.
Get you his name.
This is why he's supposed to, while he's being deposed about mishandling of classified information. Just steers the conversation back to his Corvette constantly. Got it, that makes sense. A beautiful car.
Could never get your carburetors to work on that. Now, hang on a minute now. Like, Mr. President, we asked about the confidential documents that you left on your front seat.
You know, think about this. I had one of them big Ford before.
Telling you,
I think it was Ford Bronco.
Tell me about Javier, the gentleman that used to work on the Corvette for me.
Hold on there, Carl. Trying to tell you goddamn story here.
Hey, now hold on now, Rudd. Trying to tell a story here, man.
Which is goddamn second.
To talk about fuck my wife, you're telling me about politics.
So you're asking him all these personal questions. Yeah. In one of these, he makes engine sounds. Oh, here we go. So I get to the bottom of the driveway, tack it up to about $4,000, makes car sound. Makes car sound. You think I'm kidding? I'm not.
They're like, what the fuck is going on?
Dude, he's awesome. These people are probably
You think he was filibustering then?
I think he was absolutely filibustering. He's like, I got the whole rest of my life.
Yeah,
I can do this till yeah, exactly. I might be taken by the good Lord before the deposition ends.
10 minutes left, dude. Let's get to the point here before we lose you.
You step your foot on the accelerator all the way down, Mr. Her. Whoa. This is the opposing attorney cross-examining him.
It's on my bucket list.
Yep. Oh my god. Pretty amazing.
Oh, dude. That fucking rocks.
Alright.
Okay.
So the only other piece of news I got this week is they're saying that the Lotus's Emira's V6 can't pass emissions, so it may get a V8 instead.
I saw that. Like, come on, dude. That would be the greatest car of all time.
That would be amazing. Especially if they kept the stick shift, which I don't know why they wouldn't.
Yeah, well, presumably it would be the 4-liter twin turbo V8 that's in all the AMG stuff and the Aston Martins.
Okay, I guess that makes sense.
And I believe that they made a manual Vantage at some point with that engine in it.
Yeah.
They sold like 4 of them, but there was a manual hooked up to that engine at some point. So
AMG's 4.0 liter twin turbo V8.
yeah, that one.
So I guess it's in here transversely,
Which could,
as it currently sits.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, the same way it would be in the front of a Camry.
Right.
Yeah, because the other engine option for that is the 2-liter AMG from like the A45 and stuff, like the little 2-liter turbocharged AMG engine that makes like, I mean, it's like a 400 horsepower out of 2 liters.
Right.
It's 200 horsepower per liter. It's an amazing little engine,
Yeah.
but it's still a 4-banger,
Yeah.
and you can only get it connected to the
Automatic.
yeah, which
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a DCT or not actually, but it probably is.
Yeah, you would sure think so.
But yeah, if they did like a send off version of the Emira, although I guess the Emira hasn't even been around that long, so I don't know.
It'd be a little quick for a send off.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a send off, I guess.
I
But if they, yeah,
I do find it fascinating that they think that this thing won't be able to pass American emissions as a V6, so they'll turn it into a V8.
yeah, with the Camry engine, I mean,
Oh, when Euro 7 regulations take place, so this will be a Euro compliance thing.
well, Toyota's certainly, they're not using that engine anymore, are they? I think all the Camrys are like
Hybrid
hybrids
now,
now,
yeah.
so.
Yeah, they're all hybrids.
So
Fascinating.
that engine probably is getting a little long in the tooth. I guess it probably doesn't. There's some kind of Euro emission standards that it's not meeting, but it is fucking hilarious that they can slap a 4-liter V8 into it, and they're like, no, that's good. There you good. That fixed it.
Just put a LS in there, longitudinally, call it a day.
Yeah. What are we doing?
What are we doing here, boys?
I save you guys a lot of money, dude. I could get an LS3 from the junkyard for $85. Get this thing.
We'll get you
I
making
don't know
some-
about the Euro emission standards. We'll gloss over that.
I gotta imagine they sell that engine in Europe, don't they? In something?
A GM V8.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can you get like a Suburban over there? I really don't know.
Maybe not a Suburban. That may not make the emission or the MPG standards, but
They don't sell our trucks over there, right?
I don't.
Maybe in
know.
a maybe in a. Can you get it? You can get a C8 over there.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can get a C8 Corvette. Look at that. I'd say that counts.
That counts.
And heck,
What the hell's a Newton meter?
what kind of common unit is that?
It was. You talking about foot pounds?
We're talking about torques, my man.
How many torques it got? Just tell me the goddamn Newton meters.
Newton meters. Yeah, I reckon you get your ass kicked saying something like that.
I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that, man.
If I ever ask you got a case of the Mondays? No,
No,
no.
Peter
Hey,
man.
get your ass kicked saying something like that. Hey, doesn't that chick look like Ann?
Check out Channel 9, it's the breast exam!
That movie rocks. Total classic. All right,
I'm giving you a lot of clips to cut in here.
exactly. I got a lot of clip cutting to do here.
I gotta find Joe Biden bumbling around.
Fortunately, I don't think that was recorded. Fortunately for him. God, I wish it was, though.
Oh, can you imagine, dude? It would be the greatest comedy podcast of all time.
Yeah, we'd have to cut some permanent samples out of that one. Some samples to keep in the stable. I keep my Corvette in there.
Yeah, wait, talk about this Dominican boy that did the carbs for me.
I had a Arab boy come over do that.
Yeah, he was brown. I don't rightly know what he was. Mr. President, can we continue with the deposition? Now, hang on now. I'm trying to tell you.
I'm trying to tell you a story here. All right.
Keep Corvette in there.
All right. Let's see what you've prepared for me with this here shrewd investor game.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to open this with...
This was harder than I anticipated to create.
To put together.
Yeah. And I think I just went by like whatever Yahoo Finance said the S&P 500 was valued at or something. I mean, I don't know anything about all that shit, but I think it's fairly accurate.
In fact, you've done a better job than me. You've put in actually the important details instead of us just speculating wildly like we did last week.
Yeah. Well, I mean, some of that stuff makes a big difference on what this car would maybe have sold for. The fact that it's a manual and how many miles it's got and the color and and all that.
I think
this is an interesting one.
I think maybe I hadn't considered that in the moment, but yeah, it certainly became clear as time went on. Okay, so
these V8 Vantages are like the darling of the enthusiast who doesn't actually have very much money, because
right,
like you can get into Aston Martin ownership for 30 or 40 grand. So I thought this one would be interesting.
Yeah, and I was just gonna say, I don't consider these to be very expensive nowadays. What you haven't included here is what the car is or what year it is.
Yes, I fixed that going forward, but it's well, I don't know what year it is, but it's a V8 Vantage.
So this would make it like mid-aughties, probably.
Yeah, probably like 2012 or something like that.
Okay, green over tan, 6-speed manual. It's got the 4.3 liter V8 and only 32,000 miles. Only 2K more put on it 5 years later. Well, 4 and a few months.
And it was smack dab in the middle of COVID when this sold, and then it just sold a couple weeks ago.
Right. So I'm gonna say the price went down so that it did not outpace inflation or the S&P. That's my guess.
Yeah.
Wow. 60K.
60 grand. Look how much better it was presented this time.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like the same car.
Right. I was gonna say I should have been able to see the second picture.
That's why I put the VIN in there, because like this guy did such a better job.
Yeah.
Listing this the second time around. And I mean, that is, I think, a testament to how important freaking pictures and stuff are when you're selling something like this.
Yeah, absolutely.
This one really caught me off guard. I was like, no way.
Right.
What?
Especially
you made money on an old Aston?
Right.
Like,
especially since I see these like getting into the 30s now sometimes.
Yeah.
This one's low mile and it's a stick, but still, you know.
And he put 2,000 miles on it, you know, which is not a lot, but you know, he drove it, he had a good time. Yeah. And the guy made 20 grand.
Not too shabby.
Just because he spent $500 to hire a decent fucking photographer the next time. Like,
right, exactly. Okay, so I got 1 out of 3 on that one. I was correct about the S&P, but nothing else.
Yeah.
All right, a 945-mile SRT Viper GTS.
An unused Viper.
Yeah, 2013. They're of course all manual. This one.
Yep, no concerns there. This one's yellow with the silver stripes, which looks kind of cool. I'd rather not have the stripes personally, but
kind of an interesting combo. These
yeah, the yellow looks awesome though.
Factory painted on stripes, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. I think yellow and silver is a very interesting choice.
Yeah.
Doug DeMuro would describe this car as striking in his. Oops.
Hane is, I believe, the term.
Hane. Yeah. Completely Hane. Okay, so this sold for $127,000 back in 2023. Sold in 25.
And again, this one just sold. I don't know exactly when it was, but it was recent, within the last couple of months.
Okay. Well, this is interesting because this is about what I see these going for nowadays.
Yeah, 100 grand. Yeah.
120 for a real nice one like this. So, and there's only 2 years later, but the stock market has performed pretty well. Well, no, I guess it's only about a year and a half later, huh? I'm going to say that it did increase in value, but it did not keep up with inflation or the S&P.
Okay. I can't remember, so we'll both find it out here.
Nailed it.
Yep.
So that's a 3
Yeah,
for
marginally.
and again, beautifully
That's a-
presented this time.
Yeah, see, that's so much better.
Yeah.
But yeah, he didn't make too much money because I think the guy, he got the right price the first time too. I mean,
Right.
so this one was,
Right, and there wasn't
Yeah.
that much time between the two either.
no.
So yeah. Whew. All right.
Yeah, it was difficult. I was just going through the Bring a Trailer alumni listings. Is that how you did yours?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's hard to find one that's like kind of a shocker to try to throw you off. That Aston I thought was pretty good because nobody would have guessed that dude made 20 grand on that thing.
That Aston was pretty good. Yeah.
But it's difficult to find ones that were way out of whack,
100%. 100%. All right. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, a 1958 plus 4. Sold for $46,000 in October of 2021. Sold again in April 2025. 1,000 miles added 4 years later.
An old Morgan,
Yeah.
which looks exactly like the new Morgan.
Exactly. They're still making them. I believe this would be an old one that had wood in its chassis, though.
Yeah, the laziest design department this side of a Porsche 911.
40,000 miles shown. True mileage unknown. I don't know if that really matters
Nice.
on a
TMU, yeah. No, hey,
7-year-old
dude,
car.
who cares? It looks great though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's clearly been restored.
Yeah. Well, let's see. 46K in 2021. I don't know. I don't really know the
Do you
market.
think you would have made money on a Morgan? Yeah.
I sure would think so. I'll tell you what. I think I'm gonna go same as before. It did increase in value, but it did not
But not much. Yeah,
pace with
you'd have been better off leaving your money in the
yeah.
market.
It did
Okay.
not pace with inflation or with the S&P. Oh, lose. Yep. So that's a 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Sold for $34,500. All right, now it's getting interesting. Man, is that even
How
the
much-
same car? I guess better presentation doesn't always get you.
Yep. Yeah, not in this case.
Yeah.
That guy took a bath on that thing.
Though I like the way the color looks in this light better.
Yeah, it looks more like British Racing Green, Army Green, kind of in the first one.
Right. You can
That's fascinating.
barely tell these things are different.
I have to call bullshit on these alumni listings. That ain't the same even. I'm not sure if I believe that. But how many of those can there be, really?
I mean, I bet there's a shitload. They made them for like 100 years.
That's true.
I don't know how many they
You
made
just
in
can't tell.
58. Yeah.
You just can't tell if it's a 1958 or a 2007.
Right. All right, so 362-mile 2006 Ferrari F430 Spider sold for $180K in February of 2024. Sold again in February 25. 300 miles added. Flappy paddles.
Oh yeah, I forgot to put the little details thing in there, but I did want to mention that this is a flappy paddle car. So
Well, that's the critical
God,
part.
imagine how much it would be if it was a fucking manual.
All right, that's
Is
the
that
critical part.
is like, yeah, but this one is like undriven, so
Yeah, I was gonna say this is like
it's interesting.
manual
It's the
prices.
it's the nicest automatic Spider in existence.
Yeah, only 300 miles added.
It's a weird car. Like I don't know. It's like that's really the Ferrari you chose to not drive.
Right. This should be a
I
driver.
don't
maybe.
know. Yeah.
On this one, gosh, I don't know. I think maybe I want to do.
If it was a manual, you would be like, okay, this has definitely gone up
Yeah,
into the stratosphere.
yeah. Just
being
because of how low
An automatic,
miles. Just because of how low miles it is, though. I mean, this isn't 180K.
Yeah.
You can get a ratty manual for that.
Right. Yeah, but this is a museum quality goddamn tip.
That's what makes it tricky.
It's a weird one.
I think I'm gonna go triple down, triple loser.
Okay, across the board loser.
Oh, only got one on that one. 6.6.
They're still
degrees.
paying up for it
People
to have the best tipped Spider 430 in the world.
Yeah. Well, the 430 Spider is the one to have, I think. They look awesome.
Yeah, Spider's cooler. Yeah.
Not the tip one though.
Now,
Neato.
although I'll tell you what, the tip one we drove and at Dream Racing felt pretty special to me.
Yeah. Oh, it's still a V8 Ferrari.
And we were flat out in that fucking thing, which is when the tips work the best.
Right.
And the F1 transmissions, like, they're great if you're nailing it. It's when
Right.
you're trying to park it at goddamn Walmart.
Right.
That's when you're gonna wish you had the stick.
Yeah. Or if you're in stop and go traffic and you don't have enough money to
Yeah.
do the clutch every 6 months or whatever.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yep. All right. Looks like we got a 14,000 mile 2006 Mercy with the stick. Sold again in 2023. No miles added. Original listing was April of 2021. So
this is a big dog.
yeah.
Can you imagine a 6-speed Mercy for $250? Like,
Yeah. I mean,
that's
I mean, yeah. I think I'm gonna go increase on this one.
mhm,
But
safe bet.
yeah. But man, no miles.
But how
added.
much?
Interesting. I bet this one.
Because you could, at this time, you probably could have got a tip one for not much less than 100,000.
Right. Right. And I think people are now starting to realize how special these are. This is about 2 years old now.
Yeah,
In a,
Ed Bullion and John Tamarian were deep into manipulating the fuck out of this market by
Right.
then.
right.
I mean, it was probably starting around this time, 2020, 21, when Vin Wiki started popping off.
Yep. I purchased my 6-speed Lamborghini Murcielago.
Actually, I don't want a Murcielago for... I can't do a Bullion impression. Yours is usually better.
Yeah, yours is like a Rip Torn from Men in Black.
Containment may be a moot point, old friend. The exodus continues.
Yeah,
We're not having an
there's-
international kegger.
I had to cut mine off quick. I was like, this is nowhere.
this impression's bad. All right, I'm gonna say triple up on this one. Up.
Yeah.
Up. Let's go. Feels good to end on a trip.
464,000. So it almost doubled in value over two. That was only in 2023. Imagine now.
Yeah. Well, I remember when that one sold a few years back on Cars and Bids for like, that was a special one. But
The blue one.
Yeah. But it sold for like 600K or something crazy.
Yeah, I saw it down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the right.
Yeah, 710K.
It's an LP640.
Right.
So the last one before the SV.
Yeah, the big motor.
That's yeah.
Yeah.
So more power. Yeah.
Right. Undoubtedly special, but it was still kind of shocking to see.
And then there's like 5 SV manuals or something like that. It's a very small number.
Mm-hmm.
And those are like, already $1.5 million or something like that. That one that the Supercar Ron guy has or had. I don't know if he still does, but the manual SV that's like kind of a wine red with the gold wheels.
I don't think so.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
Look up. Let's see. Oh, there it is. Yeah,
This one?
I guess it's kind of reddish brown thing, and it has the little boot spoiler, small wing that was a factory option with the gold
Marron.
wheels.
Marron
Yeah.
Eclipses.
That is like the holy grail of Mercies there, because it's an SV manual with that crazy brown spec and all that.
Brown.
Yeah, this Supercar Ron guy that puts the fake beard on.
Yeah.
You know that dude?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he has that one.
He let Doug drive the Valkyrie.
Yeah, he let Doug drive his Valkyrie. Yeah, that guy.
This is the full James May specification. Triple brown.
It's brown. Sunset orange. What it is?
Brown, brown, brown.
It's brown and browner.
It's brown.
You remember that episode of the Grand Tour where Jeremy has the brown
The
DB12
brown Aston,
and-
yes, of course.
and James is in the Rolls Royce Dawn or whatever. I think it's a Dawn. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There was I heard a story from Richard Porter, you know, the
Producer.
Smith and Sniff.
Yeah.
Yeah, a writer guy.
And brown.
What?
Brown. It's sunburst orange.
Mate, that.
The other day that there's a scene where it's the camera's on James, like in the car. You know, it's like the mirror mounted camera or whatever looking at him.
Right.
And he was doing a piece to camera or whatever. And they didn't realize that he was smoking a cigarette while he was doing that bit.
Yeah.
And so they removed the heater in post.
Yeah.
But if you go back and watch it, you can like look at his fingers. It's clearly
See all
holding a
all
cigarette.
the blurring around it. Yeah, you can catch him
Yeah.
catching heaters a couple of the times throughout the show
hmm
that they very cleverly cut around. I mean, you got to figure
Very
those
funny.
guys were just ripping heaters the whole time, constantly.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had to be cutting around it all the time.
Yeah.
What the heck
There's
is this
another
thing
one.
I found?
Oh, what is this? Go on. I won't tell Pop Gear stories.
And there's another. Are you just explaining episodes of Law and Order to me? Okay, it's called the Jamaro Katla.
Jamaro.
Jamaro. I've never heard of the make. Never heard of the model. An all aluminum
7-liter V12.
Yep.
Who makes that?
with a 120-degree hot V layout. So it must have, there we go, 4 turbochargers between the banks. Developed in-house. Okay, this is never gonna happen.
The engine was developed in-house?
That's what it says.
Holy shit.
Or, you
Yeah.
know, this thing's got,
His last name is Commendatore?
that is awesome. Giacomo Commendatore.
Dude.
This thing's
This guy
never getting
fucks.
built. This thing's never getting built. This thing's got
Yeah.
Devel
It's-
16 written all over it.
Yeah, the amount of cocaine this man has done is stratospheric.
Let's get Supercar Blondie out here.
Supercar Blondie needs to come look at this thing.
She'll be like, oh, it's a car and it drives.
This is the Devil 16. It's real.
He's got this, it's a car. It's yellow.
I've been inside it. It's a car.
It'll be for sale on her auction website soon.
It's just, does she really have an auction website?
Yeah.
Oh my god, are you
Good
fucking
thing.
with me?
No. I can't remember what it's called. She went on Spike's Car Radio.
She's like, hey, I've got a car website now.
Me and my husband are selling made-up cars.
Oh, they're selling the 2023 Bandit 9. Look at this.
What do you know? It's in Dubai.
Another masterpiece.
SPX.
Fascinating. Finished in Porsche
Good.
Carmine Red.
Hang on, go. Yeah, it's good. What the fuck is that thing, dude?
This thing, the Bandit 9. I don't know. They have something. They've got 2 cars from Dubai and then 1 from Stoughton, Mass.
Oh, there's a. I'll do that. Oh, it closes tomorrow, doesn't it? So we popped a bid in on that ghost.
On the Dawn.
Oh, it's a Dawn. Yeah.
Yeah, it's only up to 180K. We get in there.
And they got a Brabus Rocket.
Yeah,
That's a very Supercar Blondie kind of car.
These 355s only up to $5,000. I'll put a bid on this.
Oh man.
Can afford this. It's up in Bridgeport CT. You have to go pick it up. It'll be all right. Let's see if this is a stick shift. It is a stick.
A stick spider when
Yeah.
they do the belts.
That's a good question.
Wait a minute. What was I saying? $25,000 service. Go up.
A recently completed $25,000 service. Yeah, you would hope the belt service was done then.
Well, how recent? I
Very.
wanted to see the fucking bill, dude. Was it yesterday or?
Oh, no total loss. I was gonna say it was completely written off a few years ago.
No, yeah.
They didn't put it on the
Schaumburg,
Carfax.
Illinois.
The last time it has a service on the Carfax is 2000. And in
Yeah,
typical
that's pretty recent.
typical Italian style, the ashtray was repaired.
You've got to make sure that we could got somewhere to put the heaters.
The ashtray was repaired.
Well, how did it break? Somebody snubbed out a heater too hard on it.
Yeah, there's probably a whole chapter,
scattered.
a whole chapter in the service manual for ashtray maintenance.
I bet you the ashtray maintenance is an engine out job on a 355.
Oh, that's fucking awesome. There's an old
Oh, Senna.
88 G50. Yeah, look at some cool stuff on here. There's only 10 cars
Oh,
though.
there's one of the stupid Corvettes
Ooh.
in Zurich.
Ooh. Classic Reflection Coachworks. We gotta check them out, see what they're up to.
Yeah, baby.
Oh, this thing looks it's like a C2 that got stung by a bee.
Oh,
God, it's horrific. This isn't as bad as some of the ones I've seen, but it's not good.
no. And then, yeah, that shot from the windshield, you're like, that's a C5.
Yeah.
That's a Chevy Malibu.
This is a Chevy Malibu.
So go ahead and take some time.
It's a Chevy Malibu.
Wouldn't pay a dime over 15.5. This one's not even up yet. Auction starts at 34 hours. So they only have... This one has 14 days left, and they only have, like, 9 cars that are running right now.
Yeah, and they're not like, I don't know.
Some kind of money laundering operation or something.
What is going on here?
I don't know.
I mean, this can't be profitable. What do you teach?
You gotta think sure.
You're gonna
they're
make
not-
like what, $1,000 from the whatever percentage they take on that fucking 355? They got 9 cars going.
Well, I
What a
suppose it's
joke.
probably gonna sell for more than 5,000, but you never know.
Well, I know, but even if it sells for what it should sell for, 150 or whatever.
Full carbon fiber body on that?
Whoa.
What are you telling? Why? Well, why would you do that?
Why would you do something like that? It must cost $500,000.
It's got to. Ooh.
What? Wait, I think there was one of those at Miko.
Maybe. I mean, it's hard to keep all these things straight.
It definitely had those wheels.
Oh God. They're all so
But
horrific.
I think the one at Miko was just a normal resto mod.
Retrovette Ron at
Maybe.
Outlook. You want to send him an email?
Let's hit him up.
Like, what are you doing? Only
Just
100K.
the subject line is just where do you get off?
Who do you think you are? It was a perfectly fine car. There was nothing wrong with that car.
There was nothing wrong with it until I was about 12 years old and that no talent ass clown became famous and started winning Grammys.
Till that no talent
Yeah,
ass
no-
clown slapped a carbon fiber body on it and called it a retro vet.
Oh, that's loud. 104,000 though. That's less than I thought it would be.
Sounds
for a full
suspiciously
carbon body.
Sounds suspiciously cheap for a full carbon fiber body.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't take
Maybe
it if you
that's
gave
the-
it to me, but a full carbon fiber body?
Oh man. Yeah. Well,
That-
it does look like shit. So I
Well,
guess
I was
spending
gonna
4 grand
say,
is.
Look at the interior coming apart.
Oh, so bad. Why would you give it the?
You got the balls to call this a
C5
1962?
Wowzers.
It's a 2004 chassis. Oh, and then everything else.
Mhm.
It's a 2004
And a
chassis and everything else.
and a 2004 dash.
And engine and gearbox and everything but the carbon fiber body, I suppose. Interesting.
Yeah. What on earth?
Ooh.
Ah, what are you doing?
Yep. Oh man. This is the thing you gotta explain to Kathy why you bought. I just got something we can take this down to Starbucks once a week. Oh, and it's got and they went with the peanut butter interior. Definitely my least
And
favorite.
Some like Z06 wheels.
Yeah, those look like C6 Z06 wheels, but finished in black.
Or, yes. Yeah. They're like the chrome ones that were on the. No, ZR1. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes, you're right.
The BBS
01.
looking.
Yep. Black chrome performance 19 and 20-inch wheels. Oh, so those aren't
Cool.
even the correct size wheels for C5. Oh, right, because it's C6 ZR1 wheels. Fascinating.
For 200 grand.
Oh, this
I mean,
one was
what?
a C6 originally, before it was ruined.
Before it was shat on by
What the hell's going on here?
Retrovette Steve or whatever it is. I don't know what the hell that is.
Put like a little microphone on there for you to talk to the radio or something? Oh my god.
Why does it keep going to the next picture?
This thing is...
Stay on the picture that we want.
They don't want you spending too long looking at one picture before you realize how fucked it is.
Because you're gonna write a check for $200,000 for this thing.
I don't know what you're doing that way. You still got your checkbook out. You might actually be able to make a sale here. All right. Well,
Wow.
I've
so
seen enough.
stupid.
I
And that
think.
is so fucking hilarious that is one of the 8 cars that Supercar Blondie has for sale as one of these things.
Shouts out to Covette Ron. This one's,
Anytime you want, come on, bud.
this one's got an old fighter on it.
We just want to know why. That's
Yeah.
all.
Actually,
Not gonna
this
be
thing
mean.
looks like kind of something like the car. Like it's a modern plane that's been dressed up to look like an old fighter jet.
Oh yeah.
Maybe
That
some-
looks like one of those kind of stunt plane thingies that
yeah,
they.
and like an
do on, like a-
aerobatic plane. Yeah.
Yeah, like a Red Bull Air Race kind of thing.
No, that's a 1958 P51 retro Mustang.
Yeah, they did the plane too. That's a CRC Mustang.
It's carbon fiber bodied. How they were built. I assume Satan had
They-
something to do with it.
Not well.
Yeah, poorly. Okay, let's move on before we get sued by Retrovette Ron.
Retrovette Ron, we just want to know why, buddy. I mean, that's all. You're clearly a talented guy. Like, why are you doing this?
Think of what you could have done if you used your powers for good.
I mean, for God's sakes.
You could be building the bodies on the
The Italians are the only ones who know how to do proper resto
the
mods.
Giammarocatla.
Yeah, and this thing, whatever this is. Supercar Blondie's daily driver.
Supercar Blondie's new car.
It's called a
Giammarocatla.
7-liter V12?
Hey, it's a Giammarocatla.
Let's stop before we get sued by SPX cars too.
Sued by Supercar Blondie, sued by Covette Ron. Shouts out to Supercar Blondie, shouts out to Covette Ron. This is the star of Lucius Final Fantasy 15 spec.
Say what?
1 of 1 Audi V8. I bet it is 1 of 1.
That's a 1 of 1 Final Fantasy model?
1 off star of Lucius wheels.
The wheels are kind of cool.
This is truly a rare car.
Oh my god.
What is
40 grand on it. I would imagine that it is Supercar Blondie and her husband are the only ones bidding on these cars.
They're selling them back and forth to each other.
Yeah.
I just picked up this 1 of 1 Final Fantasy 15 Star of Lucius guy.
You a big Final Fantasy fan, SB?
Huge.
You spent a lot of time
Price
playing
was
Final
set to
Fantasy, did you?
50 million and 15 yen. In a nod to Final Fantasy 15.
What is that, like $12? How much is a yen? Can't remember.
I assume this is about 500 grand. It's gonna be my guess.
Okay.
350
Somebody paid
grand.
350 grand for an R8 with Final Fantasy wheels on it.
Yeah. Well, because the yen is in the dumper compared to the dollar. You know, down 34%.
Blame Supercar Blondie for that.
Supercar Blondie tanked the entire economy.
I managed to destroy the yen.
All right, we got a few more minutes to kill. Let's do a quick game of Jeop, shall we?
Yeah, sounds good. We shall.
All right, pick a number
Talk
1 through 4.
Shit about Supercar Blondie.
Yeah.
Picking number 1 through 4.
Yeah.
3.
3. Alright, you've got vintage cars with pedigrees. Oh, wait, didn't we just do this? The Nethercut collection one? Yeah.
We may have.
Yeah, this is the one I did. Cecil B. DeMille was the first answer, yep.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
Okay. Pick another one.
4.
4! They don't make these cars anymore. After 2013, it's Ultima Coupe got the coup de grace. So who makes the Ultima? Yeah, you need the make of the Ultima.
Nissan?
Nissan, yeah. This is a pretty easy one. It's
Also, they still make the Ultima.
Yeah, the Ultima Coupe.
Oh, the Ultima Coupe. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Its H2 went to an oversized grave.
Well, that'll be a Hummer.
Yeah, I assume we're not
What do
looking
you-
for General Motors here. Yeah.
What do
Apparently.
you say we take? What do you think they get for one of those Hummers?
How fast do I need to go to guarantee I kill him?
Yesterday, you told me if I buy a car, I must buy one with a pussy magnet.
This vehicle here, 30 miles an hour to it.
They give you good price. Apparently, people
Very much like
very much like to buy these Hummers.
Buy this Hummer.
Apparently, people wouldn't really rather have its Skylark.
Buick.
Buick. Yeah, these are a little easy.
These are kind of easy.
Its Avalanche went under.
That'd be Chevrolet.
Chevrolet. 1000, its TSX is an X model. The TLX is the next thing.
That would be Akira. As
Akira.
Benjamiro says.
That's absolutely right. Well, that was pretty easy. Let's see. I mean, last week we got a full sweep as well. Let's see if we can do it again.
Yep. Clean sweep.
Yeah. So Chrysler, GM, and this are the big three automakers. That'd be Ford.
That'd be Ford. Yep.
With the Latin name meaning I roll, this Swedish automaker began rolling out its cars in 1927. So it's got to be Volvo. Yeah. The maker
Do
of
that to you.
this maker of the Impreza says that 97% of its vehicles sold in the last 10 years are still on the road today. It's Subaru, and that's a lie.
And that's not true.
Yeah.
Moving on. Yeah, they are. Just not with engines. They all have LSs in them.
They do say that. It is true that they do say that. Okay, headquartered in Munich. It built aircraft engines before transitioning to motorcycles and cars. Okay, so this must be BMW, I guess? Bayern Motoriswerke? Yeah.
Be my guess.
Okay, a charging bull graces the hood of the Aventador, modelist Italian sports car, Lamborghini. Yeah, okay. He's pretty easy.
Yeah, we need to get the engine sound guessing game fired up, dude, somehow.
Yeah, that thing was for iOS. Maybe I can figure out how to emulate it or something.
Yeah, or, I mean, I just literally Googled it and found that one.
Yeah.
But there's probably a bunch of stuff out. But did you see that Cars and Bids did an engine sound guessing game
I
today?
did. They're stealing our ideas. I think they may have a spy in our Discord. Okay.
But, Doug did it the fully legit way. They were standing there with the car revving right in front of them.
We would do it that way if we had the means. If we had Carrera GT money.
Yeah, if we had Carrera GT money and a CLK Black and an STSV for some reason.
Yeah, that was an interesting one. I thought it was a CTSV.
That thing sounded awesome, though.
Yeah, it did. I thought it was a CTSV when they first fired it up, and I was like, something sounds
What was
off.
that? What was that one that Tim Allen had commissioned? It was an STS
Yeah, that was like the STS Tim Allen edition, the pre-V.
Yeah, it was the Tim Allen that it was like a full fucking GT3 car.
Yeah, they sold that. They sold it on Cars and Bids, or was it an ATS maybe?
No, ATS is the new one. It's an STS. I'm not sure they did sell it on Cars and Bids. I think Doug just reviewed it.
Oh, I could have sworn they did.
I don't think so.
Huh. STS Tim Allen.
Yeah.
Cadillac STS Tim Allen.
We got Timothy Allen MD. There it is.
Oh yeah. To infinity and beyond.
Oh, was it a DeVille?
DeVille DTS I know did sell on Cars and Bids.
Oh, DeVille DTS. Yeah, okay, so it wasn't an STS. So it was the precursor to the STS.
Yeah. This is amazing.
Is it front-wheel drive?
It is front-wheel drive.
Oh, man.
Bet this thing had
What a machine.
torque steer like a motherfucker.
Yeah, Grandma Jimmy had one of those.
I bet this thing would try and pull you into the wall.
The wheels rock, though.
Yeah. DTSI. Are these real Cadillac wheels?
Dude, I think he commissioned this thing from GM.
Wow.
And it was on
Curbed the shit out of them too.
Crazy. It was on coilovers and stuff. It was just super.
Ooh.
What's going on in there,
What the
Tim?
hell's going on in here? You couldn't vacuum this thing out?
Is that pollen?
Car's got bed bugs, dude. Disgusting.
Ah.
I don't know what the fuck that is. Alright.
How much did it sell for? Oh, 35.
35, yeah. I think it was
Somebody got a hell of a car.
I think it was being sold by the Peterson, Pete Auto Museum.
Oh yeah. What else have they sold?
Plymouth Neon.
Yeah.
Gold
Chevy
members,
Sonic.
Gold members car. Except for Gold member had the little dingus that stuck off the back.
Yeah. Little dingus stuck off the back.
There it is.
Oh yeah. What the hell is that thing? A Corbin Sparrow, is that what it is?
Yep. They sold the
I love gold!
I love gold!
I love gold!
The kind of Corbin Sparrow. Is that an EV? Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
It must be.
2000 EV. They were ahead of the game.
Didn't know if it had like a Briggs and Stratton motor back there or something.
It's got a tractor motor. Smart crossblade. Chevy Sonic.
I thought
car.
What the fuck?
This
Is this a Chevy Sonic with a... Oh, whoa!
Yeah. Built for kickflip stunt.
Oh, okay.
Rob Deerdeck did it.
Oh, like Robin Big Rob.
Robin Big, exactly right.
Can we see the stunt?
Oh, I almost typed Robin Big. Rob Deerdeck kickflip. Rob Deerdeck kickflip is a Chevy Sonic. A Chevy Sonic. Yeah. Don't bore us, get to the chorus.
Yeah.
Whoa! Sort of. Looks like it had some help.
You know how to equate that to? Like kickflip,
Kickflip, backflip, and a 20 stare, and putting your hands down.
Yeah, I mean, that was fucking lame as hell. How much did that sell for?
$5,000.
Yeah.
About half of what a Plymouth Neon costs.
6 miles. It has 6 miles on it.
Yeah, still does.
Oh, man.
I mean, you can't drive this thing. Too much of a damn collector's item.
That's the crown jewel of somebody's collection, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, for 10 grand, I mean, find me a better collector. The Phaeton W12.
I thought they sold... Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's still only sold for 15 grand.
Which one? Oh yeah, the Phaeton.
The Phaeton, yeah.
Well, it probably had that much. It probably had a bunch of deferred maintenance due on it.
Yeah, it's been sitting.
Yeah. I mean, these things aren't reliable even if you buy them with no problems. This thing's probably just been sitting on display for years. It's probably, ready for the scrap heap. In fact, I'm kind of...
Did you get the Phaeton with the V10 diesel? Was that a thing?
I don't think so. You could get it with a W8 and a V8, I believe. Or, sorry, W8 and W12, I believe. Let's see what this one have. Yeah, V8. V8.
The 4.2 there, so the Audi V8
Yeah.
or the W12.
Yeah, the VW Group V8.
Man, they should have put the V10 diesel in it.
That would have been awesome. Pull a house down with that thing.
Oh.
Use it for pulling out tree stumps. All right,
Yeah,
let's
an interesting car.
get back to the Jeop. Did we already do this one? It's definitely going to be easy. In 1997, Toyota introduced this model, the world's first mass-produced hybrid-powered vehicle.
That'll be the Prius.
Prius.
The Prius.
Answered by Austin. That's me. Was this a? Oh no, not Austin. I can't remember his name, but not the guy who went on a big run. All right. This interior panel evolved from a piece of wood attached to a carriage that prevented mud from splattering the driver.
Interior panel.
Yeah.
Fuck. Attached to a carriage. So that would have been like a...
The buckboard.
But it's an interior panel.
Right. We're gonna need an answer.
An armrest. I don't know.
I bet
what
it's
is it?
Dashboard would be my guess. Yeah. Dashboard.
Oh. Okay.
All right. For the 2016 James Bond movie.
Shit, I got one wrong.
Yep, that's good. I might have a chance here. This British automaker built a new model of the DB10 especially for the film.
Aston Martin. We're back on the board.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a specific to the film. I didn't know they built that just for the movie.
The DB10 was. Yeah.
Was that never a production car?
No, it went DB9 and then to DB11.
Ah,
that was the Sunset Orange. That was the one.
The DB11 was.
That was the 11. Yeah.
Okay.
DB10 was only that one off for.
Just for the movie.
Yeah.
For Spectre. Alright. The adventures of this Ford model, named for Ford's estate, lasted from 1955 through 1970 when the name was dropped in the U.S.
Name for Ford's estate. 55 to 70. Oh man, that's kind of tough. Fairlane?
Yeah, I don't know this one either. Oh, Fairlane, nailed it.
Yeah, all right.
Good guess.
I'd use my brain on that one.
A status symbol of the time. Some say this company's Bearcat put the roar in the Roaring 20s.
Oh, the Stutz.
Of course,
Let's
Stutz.
go.
Indianapolis' own. Okay, I looked up another one for me. I don't think we've done this one yet. This one's TV and movie cars. So, a 2005 film, this Love Bug was fully loaded and back in action. That's got to be Herbie. Or, I don't know, a Volkswagen Beetle. I suppose they're looking for Herbie, though? Yeah, okay, Herbie.
We'll give it to you.
Yeah, Bo and Luke Duke hot-rodded around Hazard County, and this souped-up Dodge Charger called this. So I was hoping they were looking for Dodge Charger, but it was called the General Lee.
Yeah.
Because they were obsessed with the Confederacy. A couple of trees.
Yeah, the racist Charger.
Yeah, the only racist car, no demand.
I don't know. Kid from Knight Rider.
Puerto Ricans are lazy, Michael.
except for Kit from Knight Rider. See how much of that I can get away with cutting in here. The song about this movie car says, "High, low, anywhere we go on. This car, we depend." Oh.
I can't see the question. It's not refreshing for me. But
really,
what was it?
The song about this movie car says, "High, low, anywhere we go on. This car, we depend." I'm gonna do your restream here. Ugh. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Yes.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, I nailed it.
I had that thought too.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what the fuck Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was called.
Yeah. Grandpa drove the Dragula, a hot rod made from a casket on the '60s show. It's the Munsters.
Let's go.
Yeah, have you ever seen that thing?
I've seen Dragula. Yeah, that's a what's his name car, right?
Yeah, George Barris.
Yeah, it's Barris.
Yeah. Kato and the Green Hornet hit the streets in this gadget-laden car, which shares its name with a fictional equine. Oh, gotta be Black Beauty then, right? Yeah. Black Beauty. Cool. So I think I got all mine, and you missed one, so we're gonna call that a win for me. But,
yeah. The dashboard. Well, I couldn't fucking think of the dashboard.
Either way, I think we're gonna have to come up with a new way for trivia because these Jeopardy questions are just too damn easy.
Yeah, they're kind of gimmies, most of them.
Yep. But anyway, I think that's enough we can leave it here for the week. Had a long week, a lot of travel delays, some sickness in there. Sorry for getting the episode late, everybody. Thank you so much for listening, though.
Yeah, long week for me too.
Yeah.
But you know what? We got her done.
Yeah, we got her done. We'll try and do a little better episode next week. But until then, I'm Austin.
I'm Patty.
All right. We'll
see you next week.
Yeah, see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Well, like and subscribe, you old son of a bitch. Come on now.